My name's Andy Kim. But deep down inside, I really had this passion, this dream to go to New York City and to be part of, not that radio station, but the songwriters and the artists and the producers of that time. You know, there's a difference between wish and a dream. A lot of people wish I did this, wish I do this. You're never gonna get your wishes completely. But if you dream about something, it'll be there forever. And here I am after all this time. I'm taking a rainbow ride. I'm taking a rainbow ride, girl. Touch my heart, but then I cry. Up the aisle, step aside. I'm taking a rainbow ride with you.
Hi there, Andy. This is Scott Catton from Monkeemania Radio. Thanks a lot for doing the interview. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I noticed the word monkey is there, so that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary. We're on the internet on Live 365 Streamer and Roku. So if you have that device on your TV, you'll be able to get that as well.
That's pretty cool.
I've got a show on the weekdays. It's from 6 to 8 a.m. and it repeats from 6 to 8 p.m. at night. The Scott Catton Show. There's like 7 other DJs on there. We're all over the place. I represent the Boston area. And then I'm also a dual American-Canadian citizen as well.
Oh, cool.
I was born in Boston. I grew up in Ontario, Canada, as well as my twin brother there too. And we were based here from 3 to 18. And then so we grew up with a lot of your music and a lot of the Canadian artists. Wow. I'm glad you represent.
Yeah, great.
Her mother had a lot of your records.
Oh my God, thank you.
She did. And of course we got all your stuff. I got some of your compilations. I always go to the record shops in Toronto, make it up there a couple of different times a year, and everything like that too. And we saw you. I know you did like a rock on the convention like 10 or so years ago or something like that.
I forget yesterday.
And you did.
Honest with you.
And you did like a show like 20 years ago in Lynn, Massachusetts. There's a 6.
Oh yes, I can remember. Yeah,
with Mark Lindsay, Bobby Hebb, people like that.
Yep.
And that too as well.
That was great.
And and I'm really glad you did 3 big shows here at the Big E. They've been here for a long time. They get a lot of good popular acts as well too. They had like a record attendance.
Yeah.
And that too they had as well too. So
They were like the Sips of the Dime, didn't
they? Did. And so tell us about the big charity concert you have in the Christmas charity concert in Canada.
It's going to be my 20th year. It's something I did throughout my career. I had my guitar and I, thank God for Sugar Sugar, because I would go to children's hospitals and it's never a joy for families that are going through so much heartache. But I would bring my guitar and just play songs for the kids. And 20 years ago, I thought, I'll do an Andy Kim Christmas and call the artists and see if, here we go again with a little bit of noise.
Right.
Okay. It's all for charity. That I don't pay the artists. I don't pay anybody. We give it from our hearts.
What are the dates this year for?
The Massey Hall is Wednesday, December 4th. Yeah.
Okay.
December 4th. Yeah.
As I know you have different artists or guests like Ron Sexsmith or other people that.
Yeah, I have Broken Social Scene. I have, Molly Johnson. It goes through how old that you are, how young you are. You're hearing all great artists, the Sadies. As I said, you have Broken Social Scene. You get Tom Cochran.
Yep.
Brian Adams would have been there this year, but he's in India touring.
Wow.
But there's so many artists just want to donate their time, and it's great.
Oh, great. And I know I'm seeing many of the artists. I'm glad to see Burton Cummings in a week. He's coming this area.
Oh, great.
And I recently saw Randy Bachman in BTO too.
Okay.
He's back on the tour circuit.
Yeah, they're just so talented guys, man.
Time. All that kind of stuff. Burton Cummings is a very great guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's big into pop culture and stuff too, so yeah.
Will you tell him I said hello?
I'll do that. And also great that you made the cover this past spring of Zoomer magazine, and I quite often listen to Zoomer Radio out of Toronto.
Yeah.
I like listening to the top 20 count
Yeah.
during the week
Yeah.
and everything too. And so I like all, that stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, and also tell us about the,
I was just on the cover of Zoomer.
in this past spring.
Yeah, in the past
Spring. I haven't got it.
That's-
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Ryan Adams took those pictures.
Yeah, it's great that you
Just
mentioned
great. Yeah.
That's great that you mentioned that. And also tell us about the, when's the last time you think you performed Fire Baby, I'm on Fire, or Amor?
Oh my God. Well, Amor, I've
Which is your nickname, Baron Longfellow.
Baron Longfellow, yeah. I had a tour with Dan Hill.
Yeah, you did a brief spring tour. I know
Yes,
that's on Canada.
we did a spring tour. And we were scheduled to do one in October, but it kind of got a little crazy. And so schedule-wise for both of us. So sometime in the spring, we're going to put that tour together.
Oh,
and I'm hoping that we can do it in the U.S. as well. And
Excellent.
it would be great. It's just a lot of fun to be with him,
Oh,
to
excellent.
do this. Just two artists singing their songs acoustically,
Oh, right.
and it's a great feeling.
You like 5 or 6 dates or something like that, whatever.
Yeah, well,
That's-
initially it was 6 days, I think, and then it's a longer one in the spring, and, I'm just hoping to bring it to the U.S.
Oh, great. Also, another venue is you should look into where your manager, Eric, I got in touch with him. Thanks a lot for getting back. I appreciate it. He's checking into maybe doing the Wolfton at the Vegan Sun Casino in Connecticut.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be
Yeah.
a great venue for you to be at and stuff like that, too.
And so many things that happen when you're young that kind of stay with you. And I've always had the ability, I think as a kid, to just love my life, one day at a time. I came to understand that I'm living my one and only life. Not my brother's lives, not my mom and dad's life, but my life. Because I think that if you live someone else's life, you're always going to feel a little empty, a bit anxious, and sometimes things don't go well. But I've always, somehow or other, the dreamer that I am, always believed that God is always on time. He wanted me to be there at a certain time and do those things. And when I'm stuck in traffic, maybe it sounds silly to a lot of people, but I always tell myself, this is where God wants me to be. Because if I'd have been there 10 minutes earlier, something may have happened. So I may live in this delusional, wonderful place, but I never bring yesterday into today. I bring the lessons that I learned, but I can't bring the anger and the craziness that happens sometimes. So you're living a one and only life. I don't care what you say, what you try to change, but that's the truth. Whether it's your kids are going to have their own lives. So I started to write songs that may have been a little different.
And also tell us about on the Monkees. I know you wrote some of their songs for their original album Changes from 1970. With Jeff Berry, you did some stuff.
Yeah, I was just, first of all, I loved the Monkees. I loved what they stood for. I loved the fact that they were there not necessarily as songwriters or artists, but knowing Don Kirshner, he brought everything together, and the way it ended was just, to me, well, they don't write their own songs. Well, Frank Sinatra never wrote his own songs.
Exactly.
Elvis Presley never wrote his own songs. So all of that was crazy. And then Don Kirshner, if it weren't for Don Kirshner, Sugar Sugar would never have happened.
Oh, exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean...
There's a rumor that they were going to record their own version, but they didn't, so yeah.
That rumor it's a good rumor, and I hear that, Nesmith, didn't like the record. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. We wrote the song especially for the TV show. especially for the Archies.
Definitely would have worked. Yeah.
And it didn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But Donnie had a great story, saying, oh yeah, well, the Monkees. In 1969, the Monkees were not there anymore.
They're on the way out. Yeah.
They were on their way out. So to do a song that would, look, only the Archies and Ron Dante and Tony Wine and the people that sound background like myself or play guitar like myself, we just did it out of love, not knowing whether or not it would succeed. So May 29th, 1969, Baby I Love You hit the American charts for the first time. It was my first gold record. May 24th, 1969, Sugar Sugar was released, but was not played till July. The radio station in San Francisco started to play it one time, and everything exploded. And the cool thing is this. Sugar Sugar was #1 for 4 weeks.
Right. Yep.
The second week it was #1 was I Rock Me Gently 5 years later on the same day that the Archies was #1 for the second time.
Oh, wow.
Went to #1.
In it good, in it right, you are with me here tonight. Music play, body swaying time. Touching you, so warm and tender. Love feels such great and tender. Beautiful as the dream that makes you mine. Rock me slowly, take it easy. Don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? And baby, rock me gently, rock me slowly, take it easy. Don't you know that I have never been loved like this before?
And like you mentioned on stage, it's very unusual that a song such as Sugar Sugar during the heavier days of Woodstock and the hippies and the regime against the Nixon administration and stuff like that too. It's a ray of sunshine came out like a lot of your music and everything too. Is people probably needed it at that time.
Sometimes accidents happen in your life. And writing Sugar Sugar was one of those songs that you write and you forget about it. And nobody wanted to play the song because it was the year of Woodstock, the year of, social unrest. We went to the moon. And nobody wanted to play a happy song. But I'm a happy guy, so I wrote this.
Well, before I go, never listen to anybody but yourself. Never listen to anything but your instinct. Don't follow the crowd, you're going to be lost. Just find who you are and do what you do. And it's the same thing with the Archies. They were there for 4 months and nobody wanted to play them. Just because. It was the Archies, was comic. We need to be cool. You don't need to be cool. You need to be yourself.
Sugar, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl.
I'm going to go on that. Is that cool?
Sure, I appreciate it, Andy.
Go?
Thanks again. Thanks for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
Take care of each other.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
God bless you.
Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Thanks again. Don't look out here. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.